campsite to like.
Yeah, you know what I find shitty about it?
You guys, but let me get to my point.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. See, he doesn't want us to talk. That's not a podcast for this guy.
I don't think that's fair. I get ripped on for interrupting fucking 10,000 times a show. They will rip me for interrupting, right? Meanwhile, I'm in the middle of a point. We change topics. No fucking big deal. Don't do that. That's fine. Woody can shut the fuck up and take a back seat every time he has a point. Woody's matter, thoughts, and they don't count. They're nothing. Nothing. This is hanging.
Do you think iDubbbz is comfortable with his wife's OnlyFans? I don't think so.
It depends how much it makes, and how that money is distributed, and if he gets what do they call it when you get like final cut approval? If it's that sort of thing, because I think like those things would be crucial if you were going to allow something like that to like publicly go on. I think maybe some people get on board with it then. I don't like the idea of it in general, but
wait, you don't like the idea
how much
of
does it make? Are we
general?
talking about something that makes $8,000 a month or something that makes $80,000 a month or something that makes $280 a month?
I think before you even get there, you just don't know that information. You could still try and decide if it's a thing, because I think a lot of the hate is actually focused on that, and I never realized how big of a discussion and a thing like porn was in general. You know, even it's. I just think the idea of your like significant other being out there like that is an interesting topic, because somebody I follow and I always think about this is Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman. Mm-hmm. She's like a married lady with a family, but so I'm always wondering like, where's the line for her on racy? But I've seen like that girl's ass cheeks. I know, and I guess I'm sure her husband's okay with that, and she's always making out with some guy as Wonder Woman, right? Fucking Chris Pine. Mm-hmm. How different is that from her showing like 3/4 of her ass and like spreading her legs on the internet for $20 at a time, if it's adding up to about the same salary as what Gal Gadot gets?
And he might be into it. Like I say this, I had a friend in off-roading, and his wife was hot. Like, whatever. Everyone has their version of a perfect woman. She's a lot of people's perfect woman. And they were like really sexual out in public a lot. I remember he wore a t-shirt that said, "I love head." Head is a brand of ski, for skiing. And it had the ski on it, but everyone knew what it meant. And she's there in the passenger seat, and you're like, there's the person he loves it from. Okay, then. We were friends at his campsite, call it like 6 tents. You could hear them fucking at night. Like, and it wasn't subtle. It wasn't like, I hear the sleeping bag.
Could they hear you jerking off?
Probably. But it's like,
that's the
fuck me,
fucking
daddy, harder.
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't like a subtle sort of like you hear the rustle. It was praise and kinky words and dirty talk and shit like that.
I wouldn't put up with that shit. I would literally like come back with, oh yeah, like start counter groaning.
Yeah, you could do that.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's shitty behavior at a fucking campsite to like.
Yeah, you know what I find shitty about it?
You guys, but let me get to my point.
Okay, yeah. See, he doesn't want us to talk. That's not a podcast for this guy.
I don't think that's fair. I get ripped on for interrupting fucking 10,000 times a show. They will rip me for interrupting, right? Meanwhile, I'm in the middle of a point. We change topics. No fucking big deal. Don't do that. That's fine. Woody can shut the fuck up and take a back seat every fucking time he has a point. Woody's matter, thoughts, and they don't count. They're nothing. Nothing. This fuck is hanging. That's how we all see it. So every once in a while, I say, hey, I'm getting to something. iDubbbz I think this guy liked that everyone found his wife sexy. I think it increased her value to him, right? Like, this is someone that everyone wishes they had, and she's mine. Maybe iDubbbz gets off on that.
No, he's talking about the camping guy when he says that.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, I'm talking about both. I'm kind of making this analogy.
Yeah,
I knew a guy in real life.
Yeah.
Who I'm sure dug that everyone thought his wife was so fucking sexy. And I think iDubbbz might dig it too.
And real quick to what Kyle said, where he was like, he wouldn't put up with that. I also instantly would be like, my ears aren't your prop to get off right now. Like, you guys aren't fucking there loudly so that you know that I hear it and you can get off on the fact that I know it. Like that's not I'm allowed to come watch then if I'm gonna hear it. You're not.
I'm not going to be an accessory.
1 cent. Yeah, I want to see.
Fact. I'm getting involved. I want to be
see. Maybe I'm not even getting involved, but I want to see it if you're going to be yelling in my ear about it.
They're doing.
I'm going to be outside that tent
exhibitionism
with the moon casting my shadow on you,
and they're trying to force you to be involved in their exhibitionism. That's rude, and it's in the middle of a camp. You got to wake up early for fishing and stuff, and they're like, "Come on."
I have a take.
Girlfriend. It's great.
But you're probably way out in the middle of the woods, not disturbing the true campers, right?
No, I'm right there.
No.
We can always be louder.
You're in like a trailer park of it.